All right, it's almost August. You know what that means. It's time for another State of Lagoon video. Let's check out the crowds and any construction going on. Join us today on the XP project. All right, everybody. I was gonna wait for a few more days because it's not quite August yet, but there is a lot of construction stuff going on at the park today. So I came out here, we're gonna check this all out. A lot of this is gonna be starting to talk about some Frightmare stuff and also maybe some rides going that weren't going before. So stick with us, let's jump into this. All right, so I usually like to start these videos out talking about the crowds. So we're here on a Friday night, and it is middle of summer. It's really hot. I mean, today's actually not as hot as it's been. It's been up to like 105, but it's like 93 today. Crowds are really minimal. Both north and south sides of the parking lot were actually fairly empty, and it was really easy getting in and out. Lines are just really average right now, so if you want to come out, I mean, Fridays used to be really busy, and obviously when Frightmare starts, it's going to be like insane on Fridays, but just middle of summer, a lot of people just don't want to deal with the heat, or they got other things going on. It was a holiday on the 24th for Utah's birthday, and I know people kind of laugh about that. People were like laughing about it at my work, people that weren't from Utah, but people take that 24th of July really seriously here, and they like go camping and everything, so that could be making it a little slower out here. People might still be out camping and stuff from that. But the crowds are actually really nice right now. For a summer, I would say come out here if you want to kind of deal with less crowds, because it's really nice right now. All right, so we stopped by Samurai. That is still closed, no surprise there. Not really any progress there. I haven't heard of anything of it being open, so I would just plan on that still being closed. Not really gonna talk about that too much, just because I'm pretty sure that's gonna stay the way that it is until the end of the year. All right, so one of the other reasons I kind of wanted to do this video just a little bit earlier this week, or this month, is because we have seen the first sightings of Frightmares. And it doesn't surprise me. I mean, Disney is starting their Halloween celebrations like August 23rd. So it doesn't surprise me that it's got to start popping up. These haunted houses take some time, and on a side note there, thank you everyone that puts all the time together to put these together. It's a lot of work, and the amount of haunted houses out here, it's a lot of work. And I really appreciate everyone that does that. But we're gonna start seeing little drips of that coming out here in the next few weeks, I think. And as you can see, the Nightmare Midway and the Funhouse of Fear is now up. Those walls are up, and I think we'll start seeing more as the weeks come by. All right, so Odyssey is down, which is actually kind of unfortunate because it's one of the only water rides here. I haven't heard a lot about this one, to be honest with you. So if you guys have any comments on this, or no, the water is completely drained out of it. So it does tell me that it's probably not something that's like popping up here in the next like week. There's probably something they're waiting on, but it is closed, and that just kind of sucks because, you know, it is one of the only water rides. But hopefully this will be back up, but it wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't make me surprised, just since we are so close to like the fall season, if this is just down for the year. All right, so walking by the Nightmare Midway and the Funhouse of Fear, that sign's up now. None of the other haunted houses signs are up yet that I can see. We're actually heading back kind of towards Frisco because I want to look at the log ride area. But I don't think any others are going to be up. It might be a thing where they kind of do them like one at a time. But the one nice thing, I was kind of thinking about this, since they just put those in those like table and chair seating areas, I used to call them like foyers or whatever you'd call them, it actually makes it really easy for them to be able to kind of construct those at any time, because it's not really getting in the way of anybody at the park. And so it's really nice that they put those in those areas, because if they were taking up like ride space or like entertainment space, it'd be really hard to do. So I like that idea. Whoever came up with that was genius. All right, so I promised that every construction video, we would look at the log ride situation. Obviously, nothing's going on. I'm sure everyone knows that. But we're going to continue to look at that. And, you know, we'll just keep an eye on it. I mean, nothing's happening right now, but I get a feeling that one of these times we're going to look back there and there might just be a little something. But for now, no go. All right, so I'd love to hear you guys in the comments. Tell me if I'm crazy, and I know I've talked about this on other videos, but when I'm back there looking, I was back on the back side. I'm back here by the seating behind where the log ride used to be, and I'm just looking at that. And I know I mentioned this in the other videos, but I think a log ride's gonna go back in there. I think they're gonna do the exact same thing, if you want my honest opinion. But hear me out here. You could put a coaster in there, and I think that the coaster could be designed so it actually goes through the same entrance where you would board for the log ride as well. And you can kind of build around that and kind of keep the same queue that was there before. But one thing I did get thinking about is that if they did do a coaster attraction, it's obviously going to be way busier than like what a log ride would be. And that's going to cause a problem with the queue. And I don't know where they would put the queue, because the thing is there's not much room out here. There'd have to be a way for them to wrap it back around somehow. And with all these boards up, there's really no way to see how much room's back there. And so I'd be really interested to hear your guys' opinions on that. But again, I think it's going to be a log ride. I don't think that this will be a discussion, because I think it's going to be a log ride, but it's just fun to speculate. All right, so we are walking back by Rattlesnake Rapids. The Frisco Haunted House is now in construction. They've got that blocked off, boarded off. So that looks like we've got two. This is assuming that it's the same as last year. Things can change, but I would assume they probably have generally the same haunted houses. So that means 2 of the 5 are already being worked on. So we've got Frisco that's being worked on. Oh, I guess it's 3 because of Funhouse of Fear as well. So we've got Frisco, Funhouse of Fear, and Nightmare Midway, because Funhouse of Fear and Nightmare Midway are kind of one building. So we've got those 3 under construction right now, and then the Nightwalk has not popped up yet, and Malevolent Mansion has not popped up yet. I don't think they really need to do any work on the Seance building, because that just stays that all year long. So I don't think there's going to be any construction on that one. But that's pretty cool. So basically like half of them are already under construction right now. You know, like I mentioned earlier, you know, these amusement parks are bringing out their Halloween earlier and earlier. And you know, I think it's going to happen here too. I don't think we're going to see anything till September on these, though. I know Disney's doing like the August 23rd thing. A lot of people think that's way too early, and I'm kind of in that boat too. We're actually going to be out there doing Oogie Boogie Bash this year in a couple months, so I'm really excited about that. But I do think August is a little early for it, but I do like to see that they're working on it. It makes these construction videos fun. Man, I gotta say, I'm so sorry that I'm like so boring with some stuff, but like, I just stand back here in Pioneer Village and looking at some of the like just wildlife, which is great because of like the animals, but the foliage back here is just so great. Like there's a tree right here, and that tree's gotta be like almost 3 feet wide. And just imagine how long that tree's been here. It's just a beautiful tree. You know, it's like when you're standing back in Pioneer Village, it's so foresty back here, and you know, there's a lot of shade, and the peacocks are walking around. It's nice and cool. Kind of makes you forget you're in the middle of a desert. All right, so while we're at it, I wanted you guys to comment down in the comments, you know, since some of the Frightmare stuff's starting to pop up, what are your guys' favorite things about Frightmares? I obviously love the haunted houses, but I just love like the smell of like fall season and like kind of the cooler, brisk air. And the other thing that I love about it is this little tunnel that you go through kind of by Laguna Beach. They put all these pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns in there, and they usually have like a character in there that does photo ops. That's one of my favorite things. The shows are also really good, but I'd like to hear what your guys' favorite things are. All right, so you guys were right in the comments. Century Swings is now pretty actively being worked on. The whole canopy over the top is now over that, and the swings are connected. I really don't think we're very far away from this one. Hopefully we'll get this by the Frightmare season, because with the crowds of Frightmares, it'll be a nice little ride to pull. And it's just a classic. I miss this ride this year so much. I didn't think I was gonna miss it, but I really do. All right, so after so long of Cliffhanger being down, and I guess we'll probably guess that it's probably gonna be back down again, because this ride just goes down so much. Cliffhanger is open. People are riding it and having a really good time. It's good that it's back open, because with Odyssey down, there's not really any water rides here. And so it's good to see people having a great time. They're getting sopping wet on it. I'm so glad this ride's back open. All right, so I just wanted to take a quick moment thank you all so much for being along on this ride. I really appreciate everything. Just been such a good summer so far. I just appreciate all you guys. One of the things that I love about our community that we've got so far is everybody just really like involves themselves and talks and gives opinions, and I just love that so much. And I try to get you know, comments on as many as I can. I just appreciate all that. It's so great. And if you could do me a favor, like this video if you like the content. Feel free to subscribe if you like the content that you're getting, you want to see more. Also, I did want to mention, you know, I've been doing this for a year and a half now, and there are quite a few videos on the channel. So like when Frightmares is coming around and stuff, some of the stuff changes every year, but hop back on some of those videos, check them out. There might be some stuff I miss on these new ones that are on those ones, and there might be some that I miss on those ones that we'll see in the new one. So feel free to go back and watch all those videos and comment on them, because I can see when you comment and I'll always reply. All right, so everything out here is like almost a walk-on today. I'm just loving this for a Friday night. So we're gonna ride a few rides real quick and then we'll get back to the construction. All right, so I wanted to know if I could get a favor from you guys. When you're out here during the summer, I would ask you, please keep some water with you. Drink it. Drink a lot of it. Get water. Get one of those stainless steel mugs that you can refill. Just stay hydrated as best you can. It just gets so hot out here, and we tend to have so much fun, you just kind of lose track of it. I put a little pinch of like Celtic sea salt in mine. It's just a good like mineral to have in your water. Helps you absorb it a little bit. But yeah, I have water bottles. I usually bring like 4 or 5 out with me in my bag. So please do that when you're out here. I'd hate to hear somebody like fainting of heat exhaustion, you know? You know, it's funny that I'm talking about drinking water because it's so hot. In like a month and a half-ish, like 2 months, it's gonna be like pretty chilly here. So it's just so funny how fast the weather changes. And on that note, when it gets chilly, make sure you're wearing your coat as well. Might not have to drink as much as water, but it's still gonna be warm probably until like mid-October-ish. All right, so on every video, you know, we're gonna hit up the Peacock Parlor. It is making really good progress. I'm actually really surprised that they're moving this fast. This is gonna be up before we know it. I still do think it's gonna be at the beginning of the year, next year, but it's making really good progress. The walls are almost all completely up almost. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The walls are almost completely up on the bottom side. Man, I'd say probably 80% of those walls are up. Yeah, this is moving along really nicely. I'm really excited about this. Thanks so much everyone for commenting. If people know more about it, I've been getting a lot of comments. Go through my comments because people are talking a little bit about this. But yeah, it's just looking really nice. I'm really excited for this. It's gonna be kind of like that central eatery, I guess is a good way to call it. You know, just that big building, you know, kind of in the center of the park that everyone can go into. It'll probably be air conditioned. I have been hearing comments from people that are saying that the bumper cars are coming back. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the person that was commenting on that said that it might be in that same building. It could be over here on this right side, but let me know if those are coming back and where they're going to be in this part of the attraction. But it's just going to look so good. I can't wait to see this in full swing. So they've got this white shirt in the Fascination building, and it's so great. It says "It's what fun is," which is the slogan of Lagoon. And it has every like the major rides like listed at the top of that. That is so cool. These are $24.99. So they've also got this, I want to say this is like a lightish blue kind of color, but it's got the pictures of the rides on the front, and then on the back, it's got the rides and like when they came out. This is really cool. It almost looks like a tour date shirt. And these ones run $18.99. That is so cool. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for the August construction video. Next construction video is gonna be September. You know what that means? We're gonna be launching right into Frightmares. Thanks for joining us on the XP project.